Waste to Water Sports, ahoy! Welcome back. The second of the double header here tonight. The Waratahs at home against the Fijian Drua. And I feel like a cheeky little upset might be on here. The Fijian Drua, they've battled hard. They've got so close. Probably should have already tasted victory. But they've fallen just short. Both teams wearing alternate strips tonight. The Waratahs in a very, very deep dark blue. And the Fijian Drua wearing their reverse strip, the white predominantly. I wonder if this was coordinated. I mean, they could have got away with wearing their traditional sky blue here, the New South Wales Waratahs. Same game multi for this one. Max Jorgensen. Hang on, can I get it on the screen? Like I've removed it. All good. Max Jorgensen, Dave Parecki, and Loganisi. Loganisi. AFBOCC. Ahoy, mate. Boatload of tries so far in Super Rugby Pacific. And cracking games as well. Some close contests. I'm expecting another one here. Thank you very much on TikTok. There for the, what's that, a space and a finger. Cheers. Very much appreciate that. Ollie is the best. Ahoy, mate. Who's having a party tonight? Who's throwing the party and who's at the party? Fijian Drua out onto the park. I'm excited for this one. I think it's going to be a good game. The Waratahs cannot afford to underestimate what the Fijian Drua can dish up. Ollie is the best. You're shouting the party. Very nice. Very, very cool. Waratahs on their way out. In front of their home fans. Expected to win. All the pressure is on the Waratahs. A couple of injury concerns as well. I seriously reckon the Fijian Drua are right into this. They're into this up to their necks. I haven't backed them in Super Rugby tipping. George Alarm, ahoy, mate. Doing very well, thank you. How are you? Henry O'Donnell in the number 13. Daniel Berry, Sports Highlights. Ahoy. And the Fijian Drua about to lay down the challenge. There's a whole lot of pre-game stuff, isn't there? Culture round in Super Rugby. Whatever that means. So, yes, I've gone 3 legs here in a multi. Max Jorgensen, Dave Parecki, and Ponapante Loganamasi. Hope I'm saying that correctly. Reed is already here. We're still waiting for you and Jacob and Kurt. I'll be a while. I wouldn't wait for me. Get that party cranking. And one of these days, I'll be able to arrive. And what a party it will be. George, alarm, you had pizza in the morning. Very nice. Leftover pizza from the night before or a fresh pizza? Nothing beats the leftover pizza. Defunct culture round, so the white teams are going to dominate. I honestly, it's the first I've heard of it, Defunct, and I don't know what culture round means exactly. Let's see if I can find something about it. Let's see, Super Rugby culture round. Super Rugby Pacific to celebrate culture round. Okay. From artwork to music, ceremonies to heritage jerseys. Well, this is not a heritage jersey. The Waratahs are not wearing a heritage jersey. Super Rugby Pacific Culture Round taking place this weekend. Culture Round is our chance to celebrate the rich cultural tapestry of our competition, which stretches from the fans in the stands to the players on the field and everyone tuning in from home. Super Rugby Pacific CEO Jack Mesley said. Super Rugby Pacific brings together people from all corners of the world, and that diversity has always been one of our game's greatest assets. Encapsulated in recent years by our tagline, The Power of the Pacific. Rugby League definitely does this concept a lot better. As Fiji lay down the challenge. I still don't quite understand why the Waratahs aren't wearing the traditional sky blue. I mean, it's not a big deal. I'm just raising it as a talking point. Lockie Bragger, ahoy, mate. Maybe they weren't anticipating the Fijian Drua to have this reverse strip. That's all I can think of. That would make sense if that were the case. But if that's the case, where was the communication? See you, Tenawissacorn, ahoy. Long time no see. Hang on, how do I say cheers in Thai? I used to know this. Vicky, thank you very much for sharing the live stream. Ready to get underway. Bring it on. Waratahs versus Fijian Drua. Off and running. Waratahs with the start. Taken inside the 22 and driven backwards are the Fijian Drua. Told to use it. No thought of a clearing kick just yet. They want a better angle. Now the box kick gets them out of danger up towards the halfway line, and a solid exit to start the game for the Fijian Drua. Waratahs with their first line out. Jason Callaway is asking why they're called the Flying Fijians, as the Waratahs tap down their first line out, nice and secure on the halfway mark. So there's my same game multi for this one. Jorgensen, Laganamisi, and Pereki. Gleason up the middle of the field. Back it comes for Edmund. Puts it high, not a lot of distance, but it's contestable. Jorgensen through, spills it forward, and Caleb Muntz has got it at the back here for the Drua. Losing ground, and we come back for the knock-on. Scrum down for the Fijian Drua. Flying Fijians, I can only assume. Well, I mean, that's the Sevens team. For starters, as Defunk has just posted in the chat, Jinx. And it makes total sense for their Sevens team. Because if you've ever watched Fiji play Rugby Sevens, very high-paced, keeping the ball alive constantly. The Harlem Globetrotters, I once described them as the Harlem Globetrotters of the Rugby Sevens circuit. No, it's all good, Defunk. It was hilarious. I love a good jinx from the chat room. It doesn't necessarily match up in the chat room itself, though, because of the latency delay on YouTube. But from me seeing it come through on the chat room and saying the words, it was almost instantaneous. As this scrum resets, we've got a little fragmentation there on my green screen. What am I doing? Stroking the furry wall? Oh boy, there's a movie that hasn't aged with all the grace in the world. Thank you, P. Diddy. But I digress. Fijian Drua up to the 40-meter line, just short of halfway into midfield. And that is a big unit, Samu Tawaki. Wide to the left they go. Tamani into contact. J Love J, who do you think's going to win? Look, I've tipped the Waratahs. I've tipped the Waratahs with very little confidence, though. I like the look of this Fijian Drua outfit as they spread the ball wide to the right. A one-on-one tackle with Edmund, who manages to rip the ball away. And it's a knock-on. We'll have the scrum down. Waratahs feed just inside Fijian Drua territory. A fantastic movie, T-Funk. Get him to the Greek. For those curious. Max Jorgensen, Dave Pereki, and Ponapate, the Ganamasi. Anytime try scorers. That's my picks for this one. Big scrum here from the Waratahs, shunting them forward. The front row pops up from the Drua, penalty advantage. And here's a chance now for the Waratahs to launch an attacking raid. Edmund on to Kellaway. Kellaway gets the ball free for Jorgensen, but the Drua defense at the moment numbered up and holding firm. In midfield, Gleeson changes his angle. Staying on the left. The wraparound. Parecki. Out the back it goes to O'Donnell. Pops it back. Pacetti. Losing ground. Angus Bell straightens. And we come back for the penalty. The referee's had enough. Penalty to the Waratahs. The front row standing up in that scrum. It was a solid scrum for the Waratahs. Look at the number 13 for the Fijian Drua. How am I going to say this name? Tuadraki Samu Vodri. Tuadraki Samu Vodri. Attacking line out here for the Tahs just outside the 22. They've gone to Amatusero in the middle. Gordon onto O'Donnell in front of the posts. 15 out. It's still there for the Waratahs. Gleeson carries forward. Amatusero again. His second carry. Gordon. Back towards the post they go. Parecki plants it back. Edmund takes on the line. Back to Gordon. Gordon, basketball pass over the top. Pacetti. Back towards the post. Penalty advantage here for the Waratahs. The Drua offside. Gordon pops the pass up for Edmund. And Parecki goes to ground. The referee says we'll come back for the penalty. Right out in front. 3 points on offer if they wish to take it. And as has been the course in 2025 Super Rugby, this one is going into the corner, and they're going to keep the attack on. Take the three, I say. Take the three. Jeez. Take the 3 points. Anyways, it's going to be glorious for them if they get the points in the form of a try. Parecki throws to the middle. The rolling maul is set. Golden opportunity here for the Waratahs. That's once, says the referee. Parecki's got it at the back. They're not really going forward. Parecki now breaks away. Taking the ground 5 meters out. In over the top of this ball. The Drua winning the turnover penalty. Parecki holding on. The number 12 there, Ania Taboavo. Hope I'm saying that correctly. A penalty to the Fijian Drua. 8.5 minutes gone, no score. Caleb Muntz with the touch finder. Such good defense there from the Drua on their own line. The throw to the line out. Taken down by the Drua. Good defense in midfield there from the Tahs. Through the hands now, down the left-hand edge. The Renalagi. Ball spills out the back of the ruck. Pressure is on. Kuravoli does well. Picks up the loose ball, fires it into midfield. Setting up the box kick. Not a lot of distance on it. It's gone very high. It's allowed to bounce, and it's taken down by Pacetti for the Waratahs. A loose pass back on their own side of halfway. Kellaway looking for options. Nowhere to go. Told to use it. It's back for Edmund to clear. High down this near side, looking for Jorgensen. Jorgensen competes. It's backwards. Waratahs still in possession. Spills out the back of the ruck and racing away now. The Fijian Drua. Nobody in front of the number 14. And it is Luganamasi. Luganamasi gets the first try. And that's a tick off the multi. 10 minutes into the game. You've got to love that. The Fijian Drua score. Have yourself a nice cold beer. Luganamasi. The ball spilt out the side of the ruck. And they've raced away from the halfway. A tick off the multi, nice and early. Oh, I've got a good feeling. Luganamasi scores right beside the post. Should be a simple conversion. And the Fijian Drua are about to lead 7 points to 0. And a tick off the multi 10 minutes in. You love to see it. Caleb Muntz, a simple conversion, puts it down the middle. And the Fijian Drua, 7. Waratahs 0. A great start. Waratahs get us back underway into the 22. The kickoff is claimed here for the Drua. The ruck is set just outside the 22. Silla spills the ball. And now the Waratahs, a chance to counter-attack, knock-on advantage. O'Donnell gets the arms free, pops it out for Jorgensen, who cuts back in field. Jorgensen taken 5 meters out. Edmund onto Angus Bell. Back towards the post they go. Just to the right of the post. Edmund out the back it goes. Firing a huge cutout pass out. And Lancaster cuts back in field. The ball spills forward. Penalty to the Waratahs. Illegally reefed back. Says the referee. Hands in the ruck. Edmund will pop this into the corner. And they'll set up the rolling maul. And this brings Parecki right into play. Can you imagine if we get a second tick off the multi? This early in the contest. Waratahs go to the back. The rolling maul is not going to come into play. And Angus Bell charges towards the line. Parecki's at the back of the ruck, but they go one out. And the try is scored by Gleeson. The Waratahs have hit straight back. There's a sea of blue flags. Sky blue flags there in the crowd. And a good hit back by the Waratahs. Seven points to 5. Kick to come. The tries just keep rolling in. And Edmund converts from right beside the post. All locked up at 7-all. I thought for sure Parecki was in play there. Oh, well, not to worry. 14.5 gone, 7 points all. It's looking like it's going to be a try fest, so plenty more opportunities. Edmund takes the kickoff, immediately clears. Not a lot of distance on it. Seven points apiece. A line-out throw here for the Drua. Over on that far touchline, about 40 out. They go to the middle. It's taken by Tamani. And the ruck is formed in midfield. 30 metres out. Fijian Drua go back on the attack. Munce down this near side. Through the hands out towards the touchline. Well defended by the Waratahs. Suaalii plants it back. Tamani gets the arms free, pops the pass around for Logana Masi, who spills it into touch. And the Waratahs will get the scrum. Forward is the call. Well, forward pass was the call, not a knock-on. So, I mean, it doesn't matter, really. It's the same net result. Possession pretty even at the moment. 16 minutes in. Score. Deadlocked. Territory. Huge advantage to the Waratahs. 83%. The scrum sets. Big shove here from the Drua, but they collapse on the near side. Play on. And Fiketti runs it up for the Waratahs. Gordon's got it at the back of the ruck. Look for the box kick. There it goes. Up over halfway, just inside the Drua's territory. Jorgensen taps it back, but it's there for Tamani. And the Drua can launch a counter-attack here. Munce sends the pass on. And stepping back in field, Semu Vodri. Through the hands again down the short side, and it opens up. The Drua in space, in and away, and diving for the line. Karawalevu scores an absolute blinder of a try in the corner. He did the in and away. He completely broke the ankles of Danny Lancaster, and then he supermans for the corner. That is an immaculate try. And the Fijian Drua have basically made a statement here and said, you cannot kick aimlessly down the ground to us. We will make you pay. Oh, has he grounded it? Oh, he might have bounced it. In and away. Beautiful work. Stands them up and grounds it perfectly. Oh, that's a try and a half. Karawalevu, what a try. Fijian Drua 12-7, kick to come. Munce from the sideline pushes it past this near upright. Blood Sir, Tahoy there, mate. Do the Tahs score over 5.5 tries? Ooh. It's looking like it's going to be a very high scoring affair, doesn't it? 6 tries, though. 3 each half. 20 minutes gone. I reckon it'll really open up in the second half. I would have to kick his charge down here from the Waratahs, but Kuravoli does well to collect the scraps and clear. Edmund to Kellaway. Kellaway down the short side. Gleason's hit hard, spills the ball. Knock on. Scrum down here for the Drua on halfway. Yeah, I don't know about 6 tries. 6 tries seems excessive. I reckon they might get. They'll get 5. I reckon. Do they get that last one though? If it were 4.5, I would be on board. 5.5, pushing it. 6 tries though. Big scrum here for the Waratahs, and they get the penalty. The Fijian Drua collapse. They were pretty pumped up about that one. The The Waratahs forwards. Tom Gray, ahoy there, mate. Tom Gray says Kellaway will score. I nearly put Kellaway in my multi. I went with Max Jorgensen. Andrew Kellaway is usually my go-to, especially for the Wallabies. I've gone Jorgensen tonight. Kellaway's let me down a couple of times. And wouldn't you know, tonight would be the night that he gets it when I don't have him in there. Waratahs throw over the top. It's loose. Edmund can't collect it, but it's there for Gleeson. Lost forward. And it'll be a scrum down for the Drua. 22 out from their own line in midfield. Frustrations boiling over here. A little bit of push and shove. Gleeson wasn't happy. They probably had some words to him. wastedsports.com.au, our official website. You can check out and find links for our Super Rugby fantasy and tipping for season 2025. And, of course, for the upcoming NRL season, fantasy and tipping. Free to join. A little bit of fun and banter for the chat rooms. Challenge the Wasted World of Sports crew to your fantasy teams and tipping. I'm getting absolutely destroyed at the moment in the Super Rugby tipping. Scrum sets, 22 out. Big shove here from the Waratahs again. And they get another scrum penalty. Well, they are dominating at scrum time here. The Tahs, and they are letting the Drua know about it. Miles Amatosero up in the face of the Fijian Drua. Gift 3 points if they want it, but it looks like Edmund's going straight for the corner. And that does bring Parecki into play. Although it's not the greatest kick in the world there from Tane Edmund. So my same-game multi for this one, Max Jorgensen, Lagana Masi, who's already scored, Dave Parecki, who will be in play momentarily if the Waratahs set up a rolling maul here from 10 metres out over on that far side touchline. They go to the back. The rolling maul. They didn't decline the rolling maul again. And Angus Bell breaks away. It looks like they've set up the exact same play as before, and they've lost it forward. Fijian Drua will clear. Jorgensen races back for the loose ball. Picks it up on halfway. Flips. Gets up. Goes again. But he's held and driven backwards. They're under pressure here, the Waratahs. They should have gone for the rolling maul. I don't understand it. Gleeson held up in midfield. They've got him off the ground. He gets to ground now. Right, smack bang in midfield. Told to use it. Gordon rakes it back and puts the box kick up. Contestable and penalty to the Waratahs. An obstruction is the call. You've got to allow the chasing players to get through and put pressure on. And this one is right out in front. They've declined shots at goal already. You would have to think that they would continue that and put this one into the corner. Tane Edmund steps up, finds his touch, and Dave Parecki is well in play here because I reckon they'll go the rolling maul. They would have to go the rolling maul this time, you would think. 10 metres out this time on the near side touchline. My boy in the multi is in play here, I reckon. I've got a good feeling. 12 points to 7, 24 gone. Parecki throws to the middle. The rolling maul is set. The rolling maul is well set. Parecki doesn't have his hands on it, though. Now it's going backwards. The Fijian Drua get in there, and they defend. Gordon sends the ball out into midfield for Ketty. Back to Gordon. Gordon is sacked in the tackle, and the Drua in over the top of the ball. It spills out the side of the ruck, and the Waratahs get a penalty. Aggressive defense from the Drua. They're going to take the... Well, this is a testament to the Fijian Drua defense. They have repelled attack after attack after attack And the Waratahs, it looks like, have said, we'll have a shot at 3. That is a big victory for the Drua defense, forcing the Waratahs into taking the shot at posts and putting points on the board. A relatively simple kick, this one. Kane Edmonds should put this one over hassle-free. He does. It's 12 points to 10. And that, I've got to say, that is a small victory to the Fijian Drua defense. It's been immaculate there on their own try line. As we're having a drinks break here, it must be hot in Sydney. $12 points to 10. The Fijian Drua, they've come to play. Lagunamasi in my same game multi. It's good to get a tick off nice and early. I've felt like Dave Parecki's been in play a couple of times. It hasn't quite worked out so far. And Max Jorgensen. So it's all down to now to Waratahs try scorers. That's what we need now for the rest of the game. 25 minutes 40 gone. The Drua lead 12 points to 10. Waste of World of Sports. We've got a free tipping and fantasy competition set up for both Super Rugby and NRL in season 2025. If you would like to check those out, as I said, completely free to join. wastedsports.com.au is our official website, and there you will find links for tipping and fantasy for the 2025 season as Caleb Muntz gets us back underway. Taken just outside the 22 by the Waratahs. Sinclair takes it into the ruck. It's a little bit scrappy out the back. Gordon fires it back to Edmund inside the 22. Carried back, so he can't find touch on the full, but that's a great kick. The Drua have it inside their 22. Running the ball back and putting it high there. Droa Sessi. Taken by Edmund. He's got Kellaway in support. Kellaway's going to run. Gets on the outside. Fires a forward pass to Jorgensen. Jorgensen back in field to Gordon, who knocks the ball on. And I've got to say that is just a little bit of justice because it was a blatant forward pass from Kellaway. And it was missed by everybody. Here we go on replay. A big forward pass. And justice is served. Gordon spills it in midfield. It'll be a scrum down here for the Drua. "27 minutes gone. 2 points the difference. We've got another good game on our hands here. We've just seen one, Moana Pacifica fighting back and pushing the Highlanders to the very brink. The Highlanders doing very well to hold on and secure victory. And the Drua continuing. They've shown so much aggression and fight. Free kick at scrum time. The Drua go quickly. Caleb Muntz skews it off the side of the boot. And flying through and spilling the ball forward was Lancaster. The idea was right. The execution was horrible. And it's here, knock-on advantage for the Fijian Drua. Man down in back play as well for the Drua. We'll keep an eye on that. Through the hands now. Spilt forward by Nasila Silla. An advantage over, says the referee. Well, I don't know about that. Don't know what advantage they got from this. The knock-on from Lancaster. I can't see where advantage was played. But it's going to be a scrum down here to the Waratahs. And I reckon that's a pretty harsh call. Where was advantage played there for the Drua? Another little injury stoppage here. A couple of players down for the Fijian Drua, one of their forwards. And down in back play, I think that is... I can't see who it is. He's flat on his back. Couldn't see a number. Oh, well, I mean, it must be their winger, Karawalevu. He got injured under that high ball. Lancaster won the leap. 28 minutes gone. 2 points the difference here. And it's time to play on, says the referee. MJ Campbell, you've got the Drua to win. I seriously thought about it, MJ. I actually said in the last stream, Moana Pacifica versus Highlanders, I've just got a sneaky feeling the Drua steal this one. It'll be tight, it'll be close. But I didn't have the confidence in that opinion to actually tip them in the Waste of Water Sports tipping contest. So let's see if that comes back to bite me. The scrum sets. Gordon feeds. Stalemate. Collapses on this near side. Collapses everywhere now. But the referee says, play on. The ball's out. Let's just play on. Gordon back into midfield. Charlie Campbell driven backwards. Big defense from the Drua. They're on here tonight, the Drua. Cut out pass, some space for Jorgensen on the outside. Steps back in field. The ball is ripped away and into touch by Kuravoli. And that'll be a Waratahs throw to the line out inside the 22. Great scrambling defense, though, from the Drua. The throw to the middle is secure. The rolling maul set. Parecki has it at the back. Sends it out immediately. Gleeson heads back towards this near sideline. Angus Bell puts the step on. Big Angus Bell with the fancy footwork. Gamble is rocked backwards in the tackle. Gordon to Tupou. Dummy spills it. Well, Taniela Tupou trying to sell the dummy. Just do what you do best, big Tupou. Head down, ass up, charge forward. We don't need you doing side steps or dummy passes. And a big let off this for the Drua. 10 minutes to go till the halftime break. Also, Waste of Water Sports, a cheeky little heads up. It's looking like nothing's official yet, but it's looking like sometime in May we will be doing our live in-person stream here in Brisbane in May 2025. Keep an eye out for that. Brisbaneites, Queenslanders, Caleb Muntz clears off the side of the boot into touch on the full. A Waste of Water Sports live night. Come and hang out and have a drink with us. There'll be a lot more details about that, obviously, as it gets confirmed. All we know at this stage is that we are doing it. Throw to the line out, taken down by the Waratahs. Burketti in midfield. Goes to ground in front of the post. 25 out. Gleeson. One out from the ruck. Charging forward now. Leota. They're 22 out here, the Waratahs. The wraparound from Edmund to Kellaway. Pops it up for Lancaster. Fends off one. Tries to get the pass back inside to Kellaway. And we come back for the penalty. to the Waratahs. Well, they could take a shot at 3 here and claim the lead. It's kickable 22 meters out. About, what are they? They're about 15 in from touch on that far side. It's the favoured side for a right-footed kicker. Oh, they're not interested. Not interested in taking the lead. They're going to put it into the corner. Now, they haven't really utilised the rolling maul effectively tonight, the Waratahs. Attacking line-out throw. 5 meters out on that far touchline. Parecki. Throws to the front, taken down by the Waratahs. Here comes the rolling maul. Drua have done well. They're pushing them backwards, crabbing sideways now towards the sideline. It's an absolute mess, and it's over the sideline. And maybe, just maybe, that's why they haven't gone to the rolling maul all that much tonight, because the Fijian Drua have defended that perfectly. They'll have the line-out throw, the Drua. A failed attempt at getting the rolling maul going there, the Waratahs. Fijian Drua have the ball inside their own 22. Told to use it. Puravoli with the box kick. Up over halfway. Well, no, not quite. Gets it up to around about the 40-meter mark. And this will be Waratahs throw. 6 minutes to go till the break. I feel like Parecki. I'll put him in my multi. Dave Parecki. I feel like the chances have probably run out, though. Parecki throws to the middle. Tap down. Gordon to Edmund and in midfield. Gordon. Inside ball. Kellaway almost goes through a gaping hole. Down the narrow side and breaking through. Getting the arms free for Lancaster. Puts boot to ball. It sits up inside the 22 here. UFC, you feel like there should be some grey in there at this point. Well, especially since you've overaged me. The last time out when somebody in the chat room asked how old I am and you put like multiple years on top of my age, you son of a bitch. I'm only kidding. Just mucking around having a laugh. You know I love you. No, the greys are very prevalently there. It might just not be noticeable on camera. But yeah, they're very much there. Through the hands now. Kellaway steps back in field. Beats one. Takes it inside the 22. Gordon now into midfield. Parecki to Edmund. Pops it up now for Amatisero. And it's stolen away by the Drua. Ekanavir takes it upfield. I had a mate, right, in high school, was completely grey. Completely grey in year 12. Built forward here by the Drua. Gordon puts the kick in behind. There's nobody at the back here for the Drua. Jorgensen's flying through, puts pressure on Muntz, holds him up. The ball spills loose, and Gleeson dives on it for the try. Opportunistic as all hell. And the Waratahs take the lead. As far as I'm aware, he's still alive, yes. Jorgensen was there, but it's Gleeson who dives on the loose ball. And the Waratahs have taken the lead. The tries continue to roll in here. Gleason on the spot, taking advantage of that. $15 points to 12, the kick to come. Edmund hooks this one off the upright and over. Off the far post and through. 17 points to 12. I had this idea, something we should do as a video. We should do a skills test. Dan versus Michelle, Waste of World of Sports skills test. I mean, obviously, I would win, but it would be funny nonetheless. Caleb Muntz with the restart. 2 minutes to go till the halftime break. Been a great first half. You feel like the Waratahs moment have just got the ascendancy. Well, I mean, they obviously have the ascendancy on the scoreboard now. But you just feel like the Waratahs have had the ascendancy, have not really gone through with it. They haven't really capitalized. Back to Edmund to clear from inside the 22. Won't find touch. The Drua run it back to halfway. Changing direction there. Thrower Sessi on halfway. The Waratahs. Can they defend this lead now? Turnover's good. It's there. Gordon fires it out for Kellaway. Kellaway kicks in behind the line, puts it out on the full. And we'll come back to the Waratahs start of halfway for a Fijian Drua line-out throw. Gunavia throws to the front, uncontested. It's there for the Drua. Quick release into midfield. GSV 43K21A. Ahoy there, mate. Welcome along. Drua in midfield. 30 seconds to go until the halftime break. Nasila Silla drives it forward. Staying on that far edge. Muntz pops it up to Laganamasi, the try scorer for the Drua. Well, one of the two try scorers. Big defense in midfield for the Waratahs. In over the top of this ball. Penalty advantage to the Waratahs. Kellaway pops the pass up for O'Donnell. The siren sounds. Told to use it, and they say half time. Sinclair takes it on his own. Plugs it into touch, and the Waratahs will lead this 17 points to 12 at the break. We've got a tick off the multi, a pretty important tick, I reckon, because the try scorers for the Drua are, I don't want to say the word flaky, because flaky sounds negative. They've got many, many different options. So, yeah, I don't want to say flaky, because I mean it in a positive way. The Fijian Drua have many different attacking threats. So, narrowing it down to one try scorer was quite difficult. I'm glad that I went with Laganamasi, though, because he's got that try already. We go into the halftime break with one tick down. Parecki's a concern. Parecki's a big concern because I feel like the Waratahs have had their opportunities for Parecki to score. They've had their rolling maul opportunities. The Fijian Drua have diffused it. I can't imagine that they'll go back to the rolling maul all that much in the second half. So that's the concern for me. Jorgensen's been very heavily involved, and I'm feeling quite comfortable about that selection. Yes, Parecki is a big concern. Halftime here 17 points to 12. The game's as close as we expected. Probably going to go down to the wire once again. We're going to have a quick break here and be back for all the second half action right after this on the Waste of Water Sports. Thanks for being with us so far. Second half to come.
Welcome to the wasted world of sports, where the game's just a backdrop for drunken retorts. Rugby league or union, it's all fair play, but it's the banter that steals the show. Hey, 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 hey. Ahoy, we're here to make some noise. It's all about the laughs, the fun, and the choice. Join us in our world where the banter is prime. Wasted world of sports, we're having a good time. Scrums and tries, they're all well and good, but we're here for the jokes and take pass less from the kickoff to the final whistles blow. We'll take the two and we're ready to go. Ahoy, we're here to make some noise. It's all about the laughs, the fun, and the choice. Join us in our world where the banter is prime. Wasted world of sports, we're having a good time. We break down the plays, but it's all in jest. With a laugh and a cheer, we bring out our best. No serious analysis, no expert critiques. Just a bunch of mates sharing plenty of drinks. We'll wave the road, from sideline jokes to post-match tales. All big goofs and their big fails. We're not so serious, and that's our style. With each ahoy, we raise our steins. Ahoy, ahoy, we're here to make some noise. It's all about the laughs, the fun, and the choice. Join us in our world where the banter is prime. Wasted world of sports, we're having a good time. So come along and join our sporting crew, where the banter's always fresh.
Yes. Okay. Half time here, 17 points to 12. The Waratahs in the lead. Looking like this one's going down to the wire, which we kind of expected. A nice tick off the multi. But we do want so much more, don't we? We want so much more. We want to win. We need a win. Where's me? Here we go. Need my footstool. So this game is absolutely anybody's halftime break. Just 5 points the difference. You feel like if we have a look just quickly here at the territory, you can see that large amounts of this game, most of the game has been played down in the Drua territory. So you would have to say, just based on that statistic alone, and obviously there's a lot more to a game than just one statistic, but based on territory, you would feel like the Waratahs probably have some points out there in terms of their territorial advantage, the position on the field where the game was being played. The Waratahs, you would expect probably a few more points than what they've actually got here at the halftime break. Is a 5-point lead going to be enough? That is the question to ask. The answer to that, well, it'll be coming up very soon for the second half. Mel, KSC, Mama. You don't like the ref. Why is that, Mel, if you don't mind my asking? Ah! Did I put my tips in? Yes, I did. Okay. Sorry, I freaked out for no reason. I did put my tips in. wastedsports.com.au/games, our official website. There's links there to all our Super Rugby and NRL tipping and fantasy. Completely free to join. Challenge the Wasted World of Sports crew. Tipping and fantasy leagues for both Super Rugby and the NRL. You saw one of them high tackle the Drua. Ah, right. Yeah, there was possibly a couple of high tackles missed. The one that got me was the missed knock on. No, not the missed knock on. Sorry, the missed forward pass. When Andrew Kellaway was counter-attacking for the Waratahs through the most blatant forward pass that you will ever see on the outside to Jorgensen. Now, thankfully, Jake Gordon knocked the ball on for the Waratahs, so no damage was done. But still, I look at that and I go, how was this missed? Just how was this missed in the first place to even get to that point? It was so blatant. But anyway, no harm done in that scenario. As I said, the ball was thrown back on the inside and Jake Gordon spilt it. That was the rugby gods. We've all heard about the rugby gods, right? The rugby gods were smiling down on the Drua in that moment and saying, no, I'll take care of this. The referee missed it. I'll take care of it. Wasted World of Sports live on YouTube, live on TikTok, live on Facebook, and live on Twitch. Thank you so much for being with us. Whichever platform you're joining us from, whichever part of the world you're joining us from. Very much appreciate your company here. Wasted World of Sports, your alternative commentary and coverage source of Super Rugby, NRL, and the occasional cricket game. And, of course, the occasional WWE premium live event as well. We'll be doing WrestleMania this year. Looking forward to that. We won't have the opportunity to do Elimination Chamber because it clashes with the NRL opening round in Vegas. But, yeah, for the professional wrestling fans out there, we will be having a party along for WrestleMania this year. The fight. Do I know who's... Wait, there was a fight? How have I missed a fight? For real, Mel? Have I missed a fight? Oh. I love the Biff. Bring back the Biff. There were 2 fights and I've missed both of them. Now, are we talking proper fights or are we just talking like pushing and shoving and shirt grabbing? I saw a couple of intense moments, especially at scrum time, where the Waratahs were certainly the aggressors. The Waratahs, dominant in the scrum, were getting up in the face of the Fijian Drua players and letting them know about their scrum dominance. But I haven't seen any actual fights. Yeah, so just pushing and stuff. No, come on, that's not a fight. We want to see a bit of this and some of that. Okay, I'm very obviously left-handed. I just threw 2 punches into my own hand, and they were both lefts. Yeah, there's been a lot of push and shove out there tonight. Both started by the Waratahs, I would say, if I'm being completely honest. The Waratahs have largely had a very dominant scrum, and every time that there was a penalty blown in their favour, they were very quick to let the Fijian Drua forwards know about it. So if these are the occasions that I'm thinking of, yeah, it's been the Waratahs sparking that stuff. Second half is just moments away. We've already seen a great game between Moana Pacifica and the Highlanders that went down to the wire. Expecting the same here as well. The Fijian Drua, they've hung in the fight. And they've given themselves a red-hot opportunity here in the second half. The action continues here on the Waste to Water Sports over the course of the weekend. Of course, more Super Rugby tomorrow, a triple header tomorrow of Super Rugby action. And then, of course, bright and early on Sunday morning my time, with the NRL's trip to Vegas, round one, but it's almost round zero in a way, isn't it? Round zero. A doubleheader as the NRL kicks off this weekend. The Rugby League is back. And we'll also be doing the Super League that morning as well. $17 points to 12 at halftime, though, in favour of the Waratahs. That's the story here. Can they go on with it in the second half? Will it open up in the second half? I mean, the Waratahs have dominated large parts of territory and possession. You would think that maybe they would have a bigger advantage than what they've got going into the break. Mel asks who I think will win. Yeah, look, I've tipped the Waratahs. During the Moana Pacifica Highlanders game, though, I just had this feeling. I said, and this is easily confirmable, like if anyone wants to call me out on that, the Highlanders Moana Pacifica game replay is available on YouTube. I can't remember when it was. It was about midway through the second half. I said Waratahs, Fijian Drua coming up next. Just got this feeling that the Fijian Drua they've come close now. They've come close on a couple of occasions. I feel like they might just pip it, especially the Waratahs with some injury concerns. 17-12 at halftime. They'll be feeling pretty good about themselves, the Fijian Drua. I still wouldn't be surprised at all if they did steal this one at the end. A close victory. That being said, though, I did tip the Waratahs at the start of the weekend. I'm sticking with that. Well, I have to stick with that because the tip is locked in. I can't just change my mind at halftime. Yes, indeed. The second half is getting underway. All right, so our same game multi, we got Lagunamasi. I just need Parecki and Jorgensen. I'm very concerned about Parecki. Suaalii's out injured. Yes, hasn't played since round one, which is not that long. That's only a couple of weeks. But yes, Suaalii out injured. For the Tahs. Second half about to get underway. Referee blows his whistle and the Fijian Drua go short. Contestable. Tapped back. And that is a great start to the second half for the Drua. Rumbling up the middle of the park and knocking it on. In contact. The number 18 there. Masaki Dogecoin. Into contact, fills it forward, and the Waratahs will have the scrum feed. It's the number 7. He's still out there. Murray. Oh, it's a big hit from Parecki. Kind of came off second best there. Scrum down 40 metres out from their own try line. This one sets. The scrum collapses on this near side. And the Waratahs get a penalty at scrum time again. The front row collapsing. No patience here in the second half from the referee. He immediately went to the penalty. And the touch finder, 22 metres out. The Waratahs go straight on the attack. UFC only fans, you've got an interesting story. Does it involve Mick Hancock or Pat Cash? Because you understand, like, that's a lot to live up to. Hard to beat those ones. Waratahs uncontested to the middle of the line out. Parecki to Gleeson. Gleeson takes it to the 22. Gordon with the short pass to Angus Bell. Takes it inside the 22 now. Waratahs just to the right of the post. The Fijian Drua drive in to look counter ruck. But illegally, says the referee. Penalty to the Waratahs. And they've put it into the corner. Well, do they go the rolling maul? The Fijian Drua have successfully diffused the rolling maul all night long. Here's another opportunity. Do they go the rolling maul? I've got a feeling they release this one immediately. The Tahs to the middle of the line out. And the maul is set. Well, they're going to have a crack here in the second half. Parecki's got it at the back. 5 metres out. Creeping forward. It now stalls. Still going now. Parecki's got it at the back here. Goes over the line and scores. Parecki scores the try. We get a second tick off the multi. Dave Parecki has got the score. The second tick off the multi. All right. We have now got an entire half for Max Jorgensen to get over the line and score. And we've got another hit on an SGM. I know, DJ Shaq, I think you are absolutely right. I think DJ Shaq is absolutely correct here. I feel like the teams go for the try just to spite you, Dan. Every time you say take the 3, they got their AirPods in. You know what? Obviously, when the channel was first started, we even had the merchandise, the T-shirts, the top-selling T-shirts, by the way. Oh, no, actually, I tell a lie. The top-selling Wasted Water Sports T-shirt was the Understrength T-shirt. But yeah, we released the merchandise. Edmund hooks this one off to the left. And it remains 22-12. We did the take the 2, take the 3 T-shirts. And now this year, every single team goes for the try. See, as a coach, I would be a traditionalist. I'd be taking the points. Always take the points. Now, it's worked out for them on this occasion, but it doesn't always, does it? That's what I'm saying. Kick down the middle of the field. Sits up for the Drua at the back. They put a high ball up, contestable. Charging forward is Edmund. Does well to take that one. 5 minutes gone in the second half here. 10 points the difference. Waratahs ball on halfway. Gordon fires it out the back to Kellaway. O'Donnell keeps the ball alive. Here's Jorgensen in and away. Pops the pass out and unmarked on the outside. Pichetti steps back in field. Oh, the Waratahs are starting to click into gear now, aren't they? Edmund to Angus Bell in midfield. Bumps away from one. Penalty advantage now to the Tahs. It's there for Gordon. Fires the pass across to Sinclair, who pops it on for Leota. Gordon dummies and goes straight through. Spills the ball. So we come back for the penalty. And the referee's going to have words here to say, that's enough penalties down this end of the field. Next one goes to the bin. There we go. It's been made official. The warning has been sounded. The next penalty is in the bin. Ten meters out from the try line, touch is found. Oh, 100% DJ Shaq. That penalty warning absolutely needed to be thrown out there. Parecki, he's already done his job for me. Uncontested to the middle of the line out. They've gone the rolling maul again. It collapses immediately. Perfectly fine, says the referee. Gordon sends it out into midfield. Back towards the post they head. Paquetti held up and driven backwards in the tackle. Still there for the Waratahs in front of the post. Tupou rumbles it up. Loses the ball. It's there for the Drua, who drive over the top. And now they can counterattack. They've got space on the left. But they go for the kick. The kick into the face of one of the Waratahs. It might have been Edmund out there. The kick downfield, and Lancaster now can counterattack. Brought to ground on halfway, just inside Drua territory. Waratahs have it back. Gordon looking for options. There's Edmund in behind the ruck. Puts the kick in. Taken on the fall inside the 22 and marked. For the Drua, Armstrong Ravula claims the mark. And with all the time in the world, clears not even up to the halfway line. Line out throw for the Waratahs. Onto the field comes Etonia Wanga. Waratahs throw to the front. Secure the ball. Edmund, short pass. Gamble. Goes to ground just inside the Fijian Drua half. Gordon again to Gleeson. Gleeson dummies and charges forwards. Your old man is... lost backwards there from Gordon. Very, very scrappy ball here for the Waratahs, but they've still got it. Edmund now clears. Slightly off the side of the boot, but it's got lots of height, and it's lost forward by the Drua. Knock-on advantage. Angus Bell changes direction, heads back down the far side. Looks to get a fend on. Staying on the short side. Gordon to Jorgensen. Jorgensen grubbers through, and it's towed into touch. I love James Graham's podcast, UFC. I mean, sometimes it's a bit dull. The content is still good. I find the delivery a little bit dull sometimes. Like, he's not a... like, James Graham is just not a excitable character. Unless he's really, really passionate about a topic. He just seems to have no emotion, even though the content is still great. You know what I mean? Do you understand what I'm trying to say? It's not a knock at all. Like I said, I listen to it all the time. I love it. Yeah, he just seems to lack emotion at times. But when he's really passionate about something, he's into it. But I love it nonetheless. There was actually a really interesting one with Matt Cameron. He did the interview with Matt Cameron, the CEO of the Panthers. There was some valuable insights about the Panthers culture, the Panthers structure, everything in behind the scenes. If you haven't caught that one, I highly recommend it. Cross field kick here for the Drua. Hits its target. Up to halfway they go. Trailing by 10. Penalty advantage. as the Waratahs collapse over the top of the ruck. 50 minutes gone, 22 points to 12. The try scoring's dried up a little bit. Drua throw to the middle of the line out, spill it forward, and Gordon now clears it. Counter attack is on here. O'Donnell straightens, pops the pass back in field. They put boot to ball. Jorgensen's in space, throws the pass behind Kellaway and into touch. What a let off there for the Drua. Fijian Drua will have the line out throw inside their own half. Come on, Maxi Jorgensen. 30 minutes for Jorgensen to get across the line. Time off here. A little bit of an injury stoppage. So what do we reckon my next video should be? I'm thinking reasons why Melbourne Storm are about to start a dynasty as the Drua kick this one through. Kellaway dives on the loose ball at the back. Waratahs under the pump inside their own 22. And the clearing kick scrambled away. And they've survived that attacking threat. The Drua, though, they go again. Big charge up to the halfway line. Captain Redbeard, ahoy, mate. How are you, buddy? Drua with the high ball. Taken at the back and framed in contact. The Storm, no forwards. They literally just signed Tikamanu. What are you talking about, no forwards? They literally have one of the strongest forward packs in the comp. Gordon with the box kick up to halfway. Tap backwards. Gleeson spills it. The Drua spill it. A double knock on. It'll be a scrum down on halfway. Fijian Drua feed. How are you feeling, Captain Redbeard, about your Cowboys' chances for 2025? I actually reckon the Cowboys are going to overperform. Potential foul play here, and yes, shoulder to the head. Unintentional. Rob Leota, there are mitigating circumstances there, but it has to be a yellow. He is standing very upright. Oh. He might be saved here. The first hit is by Hugh Sinclair. Yeah, I think this is just going to be a penalty. Avoiding a yellow card here, Rob Leota, but it will be a penalty. So what they're suggesting here, my understanding anyway, what they're suggesting here is because the initial contact was from Hugh Sinclair, a legal, perfectly legal hit has knocked the ball carrier into the position where he has collected the shoulder of the second tackle. Don't know that I necessarily agree with that, but that is the interpretation. I'll tell you what, Captain Redbeard, talking about trying not to get overly optimistic for one's own team, as this weekend continues to go on, I am starting to get more and more confident. I'm starting to believe the Sharks might actually get the win over the Panthers this weekend. Now, I do have a video up on YouTube, my NRL Vegas tips and predictions, with some try-scoring options and some potential score results as the Drua go quickly to the front. As the weekend goes on and the Panthers start to lose more and more players, since I've done that video, Brian Tahs has been ruled out. The Panthers are going to miss Brian Tahs big time. His carries out of their own end, if nothing else. That's a big out. And I think the Sharks come into play. Penalty advantage here for the Drua, though. Trailing by 10. 53 and a half minutes gone in this one. Through the hands. Into midfield, Nasila Silla. Back for the penalty we go. No advantage. "54 minutes gone. Max Jorgensen looking less and less likely to score this try to tick off our multi. Andrew Kellaway's off for a HIA. Armstrong Ravula here from the penalty, puts it into touch, and an attacking line out now for the Drua. 5 meters out. Well, here's my question. I'll come back to that question. 5 meters out, the Drua on the attack, because we do have the question there. Kellaway's off for a HIA from high contact. The Drua, one out from the ruck. Nothing fancy here. Looking to lure the Waratahs into a penalty advantage. Nasila Silla crawls forward. An extra couple of meters. They're in front of the post. Now they get their penalty advantage. The Drua breaking away from scrum half. The inside ball. Tabuvo. Still 5 meters out. The crash ball. They're in the Lagi. They're so close now. Penalty advantage still applies. Right in front of the post. The ball's ripped away by the Waratahs. And they come back for the penalty. And there's going to be a card. A yellow card here for the number 5, Miles Amatosaro. A yellow card. The Waratahs for the next 10. A man down. And, geez, they're going to tap and go here, the Drua. They tap and go. They drive forward just to the right of the post. Half a meter out. The ball spills forward and it's there for the Waratahs. Well, it's been lost forward by the Tahs, says the referee. Interesting call, that one. And the Fijian Drua will have the scrum feed 5 meters out. I don't recall there being a warning, DJ Shaq. You're absolutely right, mate. Maybe in the first half. I don't recall any warnings to the Waratahs. The Fijian Drua have definitely had a warning from the referee. I don't recall the Waratahs having one. XJC, ahoy, mate. How's the love life going, sir? Attacking scrum here, 5 meters out for the Drua. You got a new girl. Ah, that's good. You moved on quickly, huh? See, that's what happens when you're young. Approaching the last quarter of the game, we still need Max Jorgensen. Five meters out. Oh, they don't even get a chance to set. It's a free kick for Fiji. They tap and go quickly and almost opens up there for the number 21, Penny Matawalu. It's still on here. They drive over the line. Get the ball to ground, do they? No, it's been held up. Penalty for the Fijian Drua, though, and tensions boil over again. Some more push and shove in the end goal. Not allowed to punch anymore, of course. Very intense out there. Five meters out, the Drua. Will they tap and go again? They drive, they tap and go, they drive towards the line. And it's held up. The Waratahs defense holding the ball up. And it will be a goal line dropout. That's hilarious, UFC. My first hookup was also with a girl named Lee. Myan Lee. Yes, Myan Lee, Chinese girl. Oh, in midfield, the Fijian Drua. Down the short side they go. The ball has popped up and kept alive. 30 meters out from the line. Natave plants it back. Maybe so, UFC. Well, you know what I always say. Once you've had Asian, you never go Caucasian. Nasila Silla takes it up to the 22. A dummy pass inside. They go outside. The Drua have got space out to the right, but cutting back in field. Wanga. 10 meters out. Chance here for the Drua. Front football. Still there for the Drua. They've got numbers out to the left. Cut out pass. Creates space. Cuts back inside Jorgensen and plants the ball down to score. Loganamisi gets his second try. Loganamisi gets a second. He's already off my multi, so... 22-17 conversion to come from out wide. Oh, we've got game on here. The Drua. Much like Moana Pacifica in the game before against the Highlanders, finishing the stronger of the two teams, it seems. Oh, absolutely. I'm cheering him on. I'm just saying, I've already got him off my multi, so I didn't really need that try. For the sake of the contest, 100%. Loganamasi with his second conversion attempt from out wide is right down the middle. Armstrong Ravula, I believe, has got the kicking duties now. 22 points to 19. They're in touching distance. DJ Shack, we had two Well, we had 3 multis. We had 3 multis get up last weekend. 2 of them, the final tick happened like 78 minutes into the game. Scotland with Van der Merwe scored in the 78th minute, got the final tick. And in the Reds Moana Pacifica game, Fraser McWright scored very late in the contest to get the final tick. Maybe it'll be the same again here. Very late in the contest, Jorgensen will fly over. It seems to be the way of the rugby multis are going at the moment. They're making me wait. We get 1 tick early, and the final tick left very, very late when all hope seems to be gone. Mr. Ed's dead. Ahoy, mate. How are you? Here is Jorgensen, wrap it around the back as the Waratahs go on the attack from the restart. Amone drives it forward, just shy of the 22. Jorgensen tries to throw the pass over the top, but it's been intercepted. And the Drua race away up to the 40. And the box kick in behind the Waratahs. Edmund gets back for it. Sends it back into the Fijian Drua half, taken on the full. A chance down this near side. They go right. They're a chance. It almost opens up in midfield, deciding to go into contact on his own there. They're inside the Waratahs half, though. Very scrappy ball at the back of the ruck. The Waratahs look to drive over the top, but it's still there for the Drua. Armstrong Ravula through the hands now. Numbers out to the left. Got the overlap. Cutting back in field. Look at Amasi again looking for a third. He's brought down. 22 out. Big defense in midfield. But here come the Fijian Drua. Straight up the middle. The pop pass is lost. Oh, the line was almost wide open. It'll be a scrum down. Waratahs feed inside their own 22. And a drinks break is called. Drinks break for them. Piss break for me. Here on the Wasted World of Sports. This game is going down to the wire. Uh, 1 minute 47 left in the sin bin for old mate Emma Tosero. 1 minute 47. Scrum down here for the Waratahs. UFC's asking, how do I like this punt? Sharks to get within a 4+ table points handicap of the minor premiership winner at 15-1. Oh, geez. I wouldn't do it, but, I mean, 15-1 is good value for a punt. Big drive here from the Drua. The ball spills out the side of the scrum, and it sits up. It's towed through. The Drua have it 10 metres out, but it's called a knock on. Oh no, reset scrum. A scrum reset. I tell you what, the Drua, they are finishing here all over the top of the Waratahs with no remorse, no warning. The scrum resets, but they're still under the pump. I guess you have more faith in them than I do. My own team, UFC. Big shove again from the Drua, straight over the top of it. Penalty advantage. They have just marched over the top of their scrum. And they come back for the penalty. A shot at 3 points here to lock this game up at 22-all. Or do they put it into the corner? It'd be a brave call right now. This would be incredibly brave to put this into the corner. It is an absolute gift to tie this game up. They're putting it into the corner. Fortune favors the brave, don't they say? They have put it into the corner. I mean, surely, well, we'll see if they get the try. They look like absolute geniuses. Do they rue that decision, though? Putting it into the corner. Attacking line-out throw. Absolutely have to get this right. Throws to the front, uncontested. The rolling maul is set. Here they come, the Fijian Drua. 5 meters out from the line, driving forward. Pick and go from the back and scoring the try as the number 16, Dolakoto. The Drua have taken the lead with 14 minutes to play. (24-22), the kick to come. Messer Dolakoto. Oh, this game feels so much like the last one we just watched, except where Moana Pacifica were not able to just nail their chances. The Fijian Drua have taken them with both hands. (24-22), kick to come. They've taken the lead. Armstrong Ravula, his first kick of the night. About 10 meters to the right of the post. He's hooked it left. It hits the upright and bounces back. 24-22 it remains. That's a big miss, that one. Yes, that was their problem the other week, wasn't it? Trying to run the clock down. They've got to stay positive here. Waratahs get us back underway. Taken by the Drua. Penalty to the Waratahs. Offside. Take the 3. Take the 3. They're going to put it in. They got their AirPods in again, DJ Shaq. Waratahs plug this into the corner about 7 meters out. Line out throw. Yeah, sorry if I missed some questions in the chat room. This is obviously a very intense game. When the game's intense and things are happening, I get very... I'm zoned in. Waratahs have the ball. Told to use it. Teddy Wilson fires it out into midfield for Ketty. Sets up the ruck. Where's Jorgensen? Get him involved. Get him across the line. One out from the ruck. Grant loses the ball. Penalty to the Fijian Drua. They've won the turnover right in front of their own posts. 10 meters out. Holding on is the call. Salawa. Brilliant work there at the ruck. Armstrong Ravula with the touch finder. About 30 meters out from their own line here. The Drua have the line out throw. Doing an amazing job here. Wow. Big throw, this one. Waratahs don't compete. And the Drua. Into midfield. Setting up another ruck here, looking for the clearance. There it is, the box kick almost charged. It's gone straight up in the air. It's short of halfway, but it's still there for the Drua. And space opens up down the right-hand edge now. Beating one tackle, popping the pass back in field. Laganamasi spills it backwards, play on. Kellaway's in over the top of it. It's still there for the Drua. 22 out from the Waratahs line. Armstrong Ravula fires the pass across, and they've opened them up again on the left. Tap back by the Waratahs. And Kellaway now breaks away and looks to counter. Oh, end-to-end stuff. The action just doesn't stop. And the Waratahs now back for Edmund to clear. 10 minutes to go. And finding touch just short of halfway. If Jorgensen's going to get a try, it is going down to the wire again. We saw it a couple of times. Van der Merwe for Scotland was the last tick on our multi. He scored in the 79th minute. Fraser McWright was the last tick of our multi. He scored very late in the game. 75 minutes it might have been, Fraser McWright the other week. And there was a third one there we got up. We got 3 multis up that weekend. And there was a third one there that also was in the 70th minute. Edmund now clears this ball. Taken on the full at the back by the Drua. Firing it back into midfield. The kick goes high. Straight down the middle. Moving forward to take it well is Kellaway, who has crunched in the tackle. But it should still be there for the Waratahs. Losing ground here on that play. Not expecting that ball. Balanu, I think it was. And Edmund now clears straight down the middle of the field. They let it bounce, the Drua. That's dangerous. Letting that ball bounce. It could go absolutely anywhere. But they get a clearing kick back inside the Waratahs half. Kellaway has it. Runs it up to the 40. Passes down the short side. Back to Edmund. Inside ball. Knocked on by the Waratahs inside the 22 when the try line was beckoning. A beautiful counter-attack from the Tahs. Ball's just short. 24-22 it remains. The Fijian Drua. Can they hold on? It'll be a scrum down, defensive scrum for the Drua. Kane Edmund off. Jack Bowen on for the Waratahs. Seven minutes remaining. Huge scrum here for the Drua. Waratahs get a big shove on, but it's still there for the Fijian Drua at the back. They now drive forward. Penalty to the Drua. That is a huge penalty. 7 minutes to go. 2 points the difference. The Waratahs front row ended up buckling. By the way, just incidentally, this is neither here nor there. This is just something that I personally am proud of and would like to share. I don't know how noticeable it is on camera. It's probably not noticeable on camera at all. But I would just like to say, throughout the month of February, I've dropped 4.5 kilograms. I am marching on my way back towards my ideal weight. As the Waratahs get the free kick here, not straight. At line-out time. 6 minutes to go. 6.5 to go. Just watching calorie intake, UFC, basically. Switched to the low-carb beers, as you know. And just watched my intake, basically. When you actually pay attention and count your intake, you realize just how loose you've gotten, basically. Still in play here for the Waratahs in midfield. And a turnover penalty for the Fijian Drua. Dolakoto. Yeah, 2,000 a day, exactly, UFC. How much exercise do I do? Pretty much none, but from what I understand, pretty much standing up all day is helpful in that respect as well. I do need to start getting back into my bike rides. I used to do 10Ks on the bike every day when I was in my prime. These days, I seem to be able to do it for like 3 or 4 days in a row, and then I just drop off, and then weeks pass, and I realize I haven't done it. Fijian Drua, take the line out, throw on halfway, send it into midfield. 5 minutes to go, 2 points the difference. Armstrong Ravula, inside ball. Laganamasi driven backwards. Waratahs look to drive over the top and spoil. Got to be careful here not to give away a penalty. And the ball spilt. Turnover ball. Counter-attack is on here for the Waratahs. Knock-on advantage will be theirs. 40 metres out. Short side players on. The chip over the top. Need it to sit up in field. It does. It's there for Kellaway. No, it dribbles into touch. But an attacking line-out throw here for the Waratahs. 5 metre line-out throw for the Waratahs. Four minutes to go. The Drua lead by 2. Attacking line-out throw here for the Waratahs. 5 out from the line. Over on that far touch line. This is a huge, huge moment. To the middle. They secure the ball. The rolling maul is set. The Waratahs now rumble it up. 5 metres out. Starting to crab sideways. Back towards the post. That's once, says the referee. It goes again. Still there at the 5 metre line. Crabbing sideways now. Back towards the sideline. They break away now. They're over the line, the Waratahs. Penalty try. A penalty try, and now a yellow card. The Waratahs have stolen it. Penalty try and a yellow card. (29-24), the Waratahs. Well, Max Jorgensen, it's not looking likely now, is it? Jeez, I wonder what the odds would have been if I had a penalty try in there. A penalty try in my multi. Can you imagine? Yeah, the sin bin was Salawa. BG looked to go short with the restart. Doesn't find 10, but the Waratahs play at it. 2 minutes to go. Still there for the Waratahs. It was risky trying to play at that one. Back it goes for the clearing kick. Bowen puts it downfield. 2 minutes now. Caden Rowe, Better Beer. That is actually what it's called. Better Beer. Not only does it taste nice for a low-carb beer, but it's low carb, low calorie. Fijian Drua back in possession here. 2 minutes to go. They spread it wide. Through the hands and now space down the left side. Cutting back infield. Laganamasi. Spreading it wide to the right now. Edge to edge they go. Trying to stretch the Tahs. The ball is spilt forward. Knock-on advantage for the Waratahs. And they have the ball in midfield. All right, where's Max Jorgensen? I don't think he's going to see the ball. I don't think Jorgensen's going to see much opportunity here. They're going to play the clock out, the Waratahs. They're just going to look to run the clock down and take the victory. One minute to go. Risky play. Nothing fancy happening here. The Fijian Drua, they have to find some way of wrangling a turnover. $40 left. Call to use it. One out from the ruck again. They just can't get their hands on the ball here, the Drua. The Waratahs winding down the clock. It's not exciting. Penalty to the Drua. They tap and go quickly. They're off the mark. Well, 10 seconds left. A penalty. And the Drua can plug this into the corner. They will have another opportunity here as the siren sounds. Fijian Drua attacking line out, 22 out. 22 meters out from the Waratahs try line. Or just beyond. They're about 25 out. To the middle of the line out. Taken. Play on. They release the ball from the line out straight into midfield. The Waratahs defense up in a nice straight line. And they've lost the ball, the Drua. That'll be the game. The Waratahs thump it into touch. And they have held on for a close fought victory. 24-22. The Waratahs have held on. Cheers, 2020 vision. Very much appreciate it, mate. Oh, boy. That one went down to the wire, just as we expected. 29-24. Lenieta Narayan. Ahoy there and welcome along. How close was that? Oh, the Fijian Drua, so close. Moana Pacifica, so close in the game before. And again, right, missed conversions. Missed conversions. Coming back to bite. The Drua, what, 4 tries? Very relieving for the Waratahs, indeed. Let's see. Let me jump onto the live scores here. I just want to see. So, 4 tries and just the 2 conversions. Yes. Oh, well, they still wouldn't have had the lead, and the Waratahs had missed one as well, but 4 tries, 2 conversions would have had them within 1 point And then when they got that penalty at the end there, they could have had a shot at goal. Oh, down to the wire. We have seen two quality games. But I'll tell you what, this game and the one prior, honestly, Super Rugby is developing nicely. Let me put it that way. Super Rugby is rebuilding very nicely. I feel like Super Rugby lost its way a little bit when it expanded into the three-country conference system. I thought that was absolute rubbish. South Africa, through COVID, have now broken away, and they're playing in the Northern Hemisphere competitions. We're back to Super Rugby Pacific, and I feel like it was a little bit of a shaky start, but we're back. I think Super Rugby is back. And Moana Pacifica and the Fijian Drua have built two very, very competitive teams as well. And this is shaping up to be a fantastic season. This is 100% the best Super Rugby that we have seen, certainly in recent years. Johnny Wad, Joseph-Aukuso got injured in round one, so he hasn't played again since. He was out last week. Last week I think the Waratahs had a bye. But yes, he was out injured still this week. I'm not sure when the return date is on Suaalii. But yeah, he hasn't been playing. So a big loss for the Waratahs there in Suaalii's absence. But they've covered it off nicely here tonight. 29-24, an absolute heart-stopper. George Alarm says, I think I will watch next game next week on Saturday in Super Rugby. More games on tomorrow, George. You don't need to wait till next week. I mean, unless you've got work or something. Busy this weekend. More games on tomorrow. And we will be bringing you all the action here, as always, on the Waste of Water Sports. Live on YouTube, live on TikTok, live on Facebook, and live on the Twitch. We were Max Jorgensen short. Max Jorgensen short of another win on the multi. Oh, well. I mean, you can't win them all, obviously. If it were easy and you could win them all, we'd all be millionaires, wouldn't we, right? And it's always one leg, too. I mean, sometimes, honestly, it feels better to just, be completely wrong rather than just fall one leg short. The pain of falling one leg short. DJ Shaq says the Drua have now had a brutal run. They've not lost once, not twice, but 3 times now by one score. But I think for the Drua, they need to seek the positives out of that. They've improved to the point now where they're just constantly week in, week out in the fight. Can they take it to the next step? That'll be what they're sort of looking to fight for, isn't it? Can they take things to the next step and not just be competitive week in, week out, but actually jag quite a few victories week in, week out? All right, so before I head off very quickly, DJ Shaq has now asked me a couple of times, and we've got sidetracked a couple of times. DJ Shaq has asked me, now that this heart-stopper of a game is over, can we ask who's your pick for 2025 Wooden Spoon champions in the NRL? Well, I've got to go for the Raiders. I pick the Raiders every year, and they never win it, but even a broken clock is right twice a day. So I've got to go the Raiders. I think I said in my NRL Vegas preview video that's available on the YouTube channel, I did say in a slightly more extended form that I think the Raiders finished as high as they did last year just because a lot of teams performed a lot more poorly than expected. The Eels, the Rabbitohs, the Broncos, just to name three. And I think if everybody performs to their potential this season, I can't see, on paper, I can't see any other outcome than a Raiders spoon. But as we know, on paper means absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing at all. Mel says, the Drua let me down. If the Drua... I'm no longer a Drua fan. They have lost so many times. Oh, hey, come on, Mel. That's a bit harsh, isn't it? They've got to be happy with that. I mean, considering nobody gave them a snowball's chance, they were rank outsiders with the bookmakers, and they pushed the Waratahs to the very brink. They pushed the Brumbies to the very brink. I mean, they could easily have been 3-0. As DJ Shack has said, there's still a chance they could have been a 3-0 start to the season. A combination of bad luck, ill discipline, and momentary defensive lapses. All I'm saying, Mel, I wouldn't be giving up on your team just yet. They're continuing to show improvement. And that is very good signs for the Fijian Drua moving forward. I wouldn't give up on them yet, Mel. Obviously, it hurts. The pain is real. But they'll be right. I think they're moving in the right direction. Same, too, for Moana Pacifica. Moving in the right direction. So I would stick with them. Wow. All right. 29-24 here. We were a Max Jorgensen try away from another same-game multi-win. Thankfully, we're still playing with profits. I mean, we'll be playing with profits for quite some time with the 3 that we got up last weekend. So, thankfully, still in profit. We are still up. We're still up on the season, well over $300. We're up about 500 and something, I think, which is not too bad at all. So we'll see what tomorrow brings. 29-24 here. The Waratahs over the Fijian Drua. What a game it was. Thank you so much for being with us. Very much appreciate it. Your company, as always. Big weekend of sports still to come. I've got to record a video tonight as well. I'm just wondering what my next topic is going to be. I've got a feeling it'll be that Melbourne Storm video. Why I think the Melbourne Storm will win the premiership this year and start a dynasty to compete with the Panthers. That might be my video for tonight. But we will be back tomorrow, of course. Super Rugby triple header. And then Sunday, of course, Sunday's the big one. The NRL returns. And potentially Michelle returns as well. It's not certain yet. Michelle's not locked in, but Michelle may return on Sunday, depending if she can get here. I knew that you all in the chat room would love that. All right, Wasted World of Sports. Thank you so much for your company here, as always. Do a Sharks video, said DJ Shack. In what capacity? Like summing up the Sharks' chances for 2025, or? Very much appreciate your company here, as always. And I'll catch you guys tomorrow. For those into the rugby. Ah, right. I don't know anybody who's calling the Sharks a premiership contender. I'm certainly not. I think top 4 would be a huge positive result for the Sharks. I can't see them being a premiership threat. But anyway, I digress. Thank you so much. Wasted Water Sports, live on YouTube, live on TikTok, live on Facebook, live on Twitch. And we'll be back tomorrow, a triple header of Super Rugby action. And then, of course, Sunday, the NRL returns. So we'll catch you when we catch you. Until then, cheers. So close. Another one leg, same game multi fail. Painful. Cheers, everyone. And yeah, see you tomorrow.
Welcome to the wasted world of sports, where the game's just a backdrop for drunken retorts. Rugby league or union, it's all fair play, but it's the banter that steals the show. Hey, 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 hey. Ahoy, we're here to make some noise. It's all about the laughs, the fun, and the choice. Join us in our world where the banter is prime. Wasted world of sports, we're having a good time. Scrums and tries, they're all well and good, but we're here for the jokes and tank pads last from the kickoff to the final whistle blow. We'll take the 2 and we're ready to go. Ahoy, we're here to make some noise. It's all about the laughs, the fun, and the choice. Join us in our world where the banter is prime. Wasted world of sports, we're having a good time. We break down the plays, but it's all in jest. With a laugh and a cheer, we bring out our best. No serious analysis, no expert critiques, just a bunch of mates sharing plenty of drinks. We'll raise a roll, from sideline jokes to post-match tales, all big goofs and their big fails. We're not so serious, and that's our style. With each ahoy, we raise our skies. Ahoy, ahoy, we're here to make some noise. It's all about the laughs, the fun, and the choice. Join us in our world where the banter is prime. Wasted world of sports, we're having a good time. So come along and join us, sporty crew, where the banter's always fresh and the laughs are true. Oh, wasted world of sports, here's to our cheer. We'll see you on the pitch and drink some beer.